For me, I prefer to draw the ball right to left, where Mark, you're more of a fader, aren't you, left to right, you prefer it. So we've got a great hole today where actually it really demands you to play to your strengths of your shot shape, and it certainly suits from the tee shot a draw, because we've got a slight dog leg from right, but then it goes back left, so the second shot actually suits a fade. Certain holes will fit your eye, but certain holes won't. And I guess, Mark, this is something you probably experienced when you've been out on tour. There's always holes that you just like the look of, but certain ones that you don't. How have you found you've kind of navigated through that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a perfect setup. I mean, it's a dogleg right to left off the tee, left to right second shot. So for me, it doesn't suit my eye off the tee. I mean, we've got a skill set where we can hit both ways, but don't always necessarily comfortable doing that. So straight away, I break it down and I look down the left-hand side. You've got to be down the left to get a second shot into the hole. So I don't want to try and hit the draw, because if it stays out on the right, I've got no second shot in. So I'm actually going to stick, although it doesn't suit the eye, I'm going to stick to my guns and hit my original shot, because if it stays straight down the left, I think I'll still be able to get a low shot down and towards the green. So
if you do prefer to fade it, but the hole demands a draw, it's being a bit more detailed in, well, where do I need this to start to still make the fade workable? So it's all about the lines you're picking off the tee is quite important. And for me, I draw the ball so I can be quite aggressive and get it moving right to left and finish up down that left side, which demands for the second shot. But for you, Mark, it's being a bit more strategic on where you want the ball to start to make sure you've got your fade and it's still workable and playable for the hole.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, strengths and weaknesses. Yeah. Everybody's got them. But it's turning that around into a positive and playing the hole the best you can.
Certainly, and I think reading like Mark described it in quite detail there, the layout of the hole, what's in front of you, so picking up on this information and making sure that you're getting a bit more detailed in what you want the golf ball to do, because most people are just trying to hit it straight down the middle, and then they're at the mercy of really what direction is this ball spinning. But if we're actually a bit more detailed in where we want the ball to start, then you're actually stacking the odds in your favour to bring it back to the target, depending on if you draw or fade in it, really. So I'm going to go with the draw here, and Mark's going to go with the fade, and then we're going to see where we end up with our approach shots and go from there with it. And hopefully mine's better.
Shot.
Down the right, a little bit of a touch of draw on there. So. Not bad.
Sam's put me under pressure with his nice draw, so gotta get this thing in play.
Nice shot. Little baby fade down there.
Sam's hit his nice little draw. My fade's a little bit further left, but as we described to you earlier, we're actually now flip reverse. This second shot's looking quite comfortable to the smirking fader, and I'm going to test Sam's skill now. He's going to talk you through what he's thinking.
Yeah, so as Mark kind of stuck to his guns on the tee shot, really playing to his natural strength of the fade. For me, it's a similar sort of thing. We've got a pin that's on the right hand side here, front right. There's no miss right here at all, to be totally honest. No green to work with, so for me it's a case of altering my start lines and actually making sure that if I do want to draw it, I might be moving it away from the flag, but I'm still moving it away from the flag to the fatter part of the green as well, so I can still use that draw that I'm comfortable playing, but I might just need to readjust my line, where normally I'm used to starting the ball right of the target, being the flag in this case. I might have to start it on or just to the left and just let it gently move away, but still aim to the fat part of the green, so I've still got a chance to make a birdie, worst case 2-putt par with it as well. So that's the option I'm going to go for with this one.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds absolutely brilliant, because you're accepting how it is, and again, that's a way of, you can describe it however you want. I describe it as picking a start line, and that start line for you now is actually left of where it would normally be, but once you've accepted that, you're getting on with a shot, and I think that is a great way of managing yourself around the course and bringing your scores down. Don't get sucked into thinking, I'll start it right and it'll come back anyway. Spot on for in course management terms.
And I think an important point as well for you guys at home to consider, generally at best on a good round, if you're middle range handicap, you're going to be hitting at best half of your greens. So that in itself says, where am I missing the other half? And if you start to miss them in the right places, a good miss for me on this would be left side of the pin. So if I do overdraw it, I might miss the green left, but I've got the most green to work with and the best chance to get up and down. So actually plotting your way around a bit differently on these approach shots can really knock so many shots off your games. So when you do miss those other 7 or 8, 9 greens around, if you miss them in the right places and your short game's pretty decent or on form, it can really tumble your scores quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean, a tour player averages, you know, is between 12 and 14 greens. So a good player's only hitting 9 greens around. You know, lesser guys. So it's knowing stuff like this can help as well. Don't get frustrated with yourself. Managing your expectations is one way of putting it. We don't want to put a ceiling on you either. We want you to express yourself and do it is, but just know. I mean, you're always trying to improve those expectations, but it's knowing what, you know, sometimes what other people do. You know, everybody thinks every pro holds out from inside 10 feet. They don't, you know, and then all of a sudden they want to hold out every time. Yes, you're trying to hold the putt, but if it doesn't go in, don't be too disappointed. These are the ways to get around the course and bring those shots down.
Certainly. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go for that shot that I've selected. So we've got about 150 into the flag. Probably playing 160, 65 with a bit of breeze into. So take a 7-iron for this shot for me, and as we were discussing just previously,
Would you pick a start line, Sam? Or
on this one? Yeah, my start line, funny enough, is going to be the flag.
Yeah, with a draw.
With a draw, yeah. So it almost funnels your attention committing to a start line there. And from there, I'm just going to make a few swings just to really get a sense for that swing that's going to start right, just on the pin and draw off. So really a good shot for me here is if I miss this green on the left hand, if I miss the flag on the left hand side. So back left, front left is perfect for me, and it gives me a chance of a putt and hopefully make a birdie or par worse. Okay, so it started just left of the pin and it's just drew off a little bit here, so overdone it a bit, overcooked it a little bit on the draw, but as I said, missing it left for me is not the end of the world. I've got hopefully a chip, I might even have a putt still in the hole and got a chance to hopefully still make the par or maybe a birdie. So on to the next.
I've done the right thing off the tee, so this is a good flag for me to go out now. I can just set it left and peel it in and try and beat Sam on the last hole.
Game on. Online, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah,
I actually, which is annoying for a pro, I probably didn't pick up that the ball was above my feet there, and I'm not happy with myself about that. But and I realised after, which is the worst feeling in the world. And I've come back here now and I can feel it. So I've hit the shot aiming there. It's actually tailed off that way, and I've realised the way the club's interacted with the ground, it's gone right to left. So
that's very interesting actually, that you've reflected in such detail on the shot afterwards as well, because often people look at that and say, oh, I've missed that, it's my fault. Yes, it was your fault, maybe we didn't quite pick up on the lie there a few more, but actually to have the awareness to actually look back and go, well, why did my ball do that as well? I think it's quite
yeah, obviously, you know, we're finely tuned and that's the way it is, but the greens are very difficult at Bawtry, so that's the tougher the greens are, the more course management needs to be played. So don't just think if your own course at home has just got flat greens and they're around, then obviously your focus remains, but you aim at the flag or the middle of the green.
Yeah.
Bawtry is one of these courses that we play all the time, and course management is crucial, which is why we love doing videos on it, etc., because it helps. So don't always just think you've got to aim away from the flags. It's more to do with the difficulty of the exam, as I always say, which is the course.
Of course. Yeah,
so just be mindful of that, guys, when you're playing your own courses, that just be aware of your surroundings. And if you are playing a flat course, your positive line is at the flag or whatever.
Yeah,
around
it's that process as well that you're going through day to day. Your home course is going to really set you up well for going to visit other courses as well. So you become more aware of your surroundings, and of course the changing surroundings that a new golf course brings with it as well. So,
and this skill set and these tips and everything we're giving you, that gives you a better process, a better mentality and freedom to just turn up at different courses and get round. Sure. And a lot of people find that difficult. I know so many people probably here who teach people, and we see people who are brilliant around their own course and they can't go away to other courses, and that's because they don't use stuff like this. and a lot of it is decision making before you hit your shots.
Yeah, certainly, great point. So give that a try and let's go see where we've ended up for our next shots.
As you can see, there's a classic tree here to the right hand side of this, so which is why you can't miss it to the right. But yeah, I've left a long putt, but I'm in the right place at least, and putting up the hill and hoping yours is the other side. No, I'm joking. I would never wish bad on Sam. Well, obviously we did a recent video on how good you are at sand shots, Sam. So
yeah, so
all that practice you're doing on GRFI, we'll put it into fruition right here.
Yeah, bunker shot, back to the winter type lies. I'm quite lucky today. It's been dry for a few days at Bawtry, so the sand's not too wet, so we can certainly still get underneath the ball and pop it out. And it's really committing to the shot, making sure you got enough speed. Don't be afraid to take some sand, and don't be afraid to let this golf club actually swing to a finish here. Don't just stop and dig, which you see often with a lot of people. So my attention for me is making sure that I keep the speed through the whole shot and not just to the ball. I'm letting the speed carry on through the shot as well.
Great shot.
So popped it out, it's gone forward, it's landed on the green, it's had a little bit of run out, so I've still got a chance for par. Hopefully I can get it in and put a bit of pressure on Mark.
Right, here we are. Sam's hit a very nice bunker shot, which has put me under a little bit of pressure, so let's see what I can do with that pressure and see if we can lay it next to the hole and finish him off.
Yeah, certainly put the pressure on there, certainly. We'll give you that one, Mark.
Oh,
And that's such a
thank you, sir.
As Mark was taking his putt there, I was kind of halfway between as well, just to really look at how Mark's ball was rolling. So getting some information from your playing partners is quite a good way to help build a picture and collect as much good information for you to help make your decisions as well with that. Is that something you've done, Mark?
That's a brilliant point, and something we've not brought up today yet. Great point. Extract what you can out, even from the side of wherever you are. You know, just look. Yeah, exactly. Look what, and you know, in putting, the most crucial bit is around the hole.
Sure.
So if 2 or 3 people have putted before you, just watch what their balls have done as they've run past the hole or up to the hole. Great way of helping you read the putt.
Definitely. So with that being said, this is for the off then for the match. So
Coffees are on Sam.
yes, could be. Grass is quite long, of course, this time of the year. Balls don't tend to break as much. It's a bit slow today, so I'm pretty much going for the straight and firm here, and hopefully take out any break that there is. I don't think there's going to be much here.
Classic winter read. If it's looking flat, obviously straight and firm.
Straight and firm on this one.
Oh,
Got it as well.
Brilliant. Well done, buddy.
Good game. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I enjoyed it, of course I did. I got a half of a tour pro, so good game. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed some of the tips and delving into kind of the strategies that Mark adopts on the course, and myself with some course management, and ultimately make some better decisions, lower those scores, so you can take this right out and apply it on the golf course and give it a shot, and drop us some comments and any feedback on future videos you'd like to see us do together. We hope to see you guys soon out there. Cheers.